Alright. Jason, are you here? Should I screen share for you?
He's oh yeah, he's here. Let me put it on. Were you listening whenever I was explaining all the other stuff about the why the first spot we like to hold in the split comp is good? Yeah. Um.
Jason? Or me?
Okay. Cool. So
Alright.
wait, what am I doing? Okay, there you go. So oh yeah, the reason I brought that up is because whenever we play this comp, a lot of times we really like to I don't know, line likes to push out and like shoot at them while they're pushing the cart here and stuff. I mean, I guess that's fine, but really what we want to do is once they get the cart to here, we want to just stay behind this wall for cover, right? Because there's not a whole lot of reason to push out, right? And most of the time, they won't come under here and do like a split attack through here. I don't know why, but nobody's ever done that to us yet. Um, and then also because Kyle and Anthony like to really hold and play this bit here and just like hit the dives here, and that's fine because it was working, but there isn't a whole lot of need for it because of this setup here. They can't really do anything if we have this here. And it's really more of just a reason or like a possible way we lose players before the fight. I mean, like, I think it's a good thing to have in the playbook, but not as much in the start of the game as our opening play, and then every fight after that, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there were several occasions where you'd be pushing this, and then you'd push into 6 people, and then Kyle would die. We ended up winning those fights, but we won't every time. And I think it's something we should save for like one-off occasions. Like we're playing the fights more in a structured manner. Like they push in to try to break the bunker, you dive the back, and then we have the widow watching. Instead of just dive this, hope we get a pick, and then wait for them to push and down. And then we can have like contest this lane as like they didn't see that coming kind of thing once or twice a map. Right?
I see. Yeah. So,
Recontest, we can go over that. Do you want to go over that now? Because, I mean, I think recontest is more just like understand the situations when it's better to just set up or when it's better to recontest.
yeah. Because just
And
depending where
then
it is.
also how to juggle who's touching the point. So,
Yeah.
I think we can go over that later. So now I think we should just go over like this point,
Okay.
like how we want to hold this. So I think here we should probably here honestly this is an interesting point. I don't really know how to hold here. And also, nobody ever okay, this is a thing that kind of has me angry. We never walk up these stairs and it is by far the best way to attack this point. It's so
Yeah.
good. Like we never do it. Like it's just so good. Like and then whenever we do, it's like we're waiting here, and then it's like, all right, guys, let's push right, and then everyone slowly walks over here, makes a bunch of noise, like, and then it's like, hey guys, we're gonna go on the right side, and they know exactly where we are, and then they just like are here waiting for us, and we lose because they have high ground here while we're like walking up there, staggering in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just gotta I think for that we need to work on our rotations, but like we also just need to like push here. So we need to like cleanly rotate over and then push this way. Yeah.
And then on defense, I think mainly the Sigma it's kind of the same game plan as before. The Sigma has to find we have to find a place for the Sigma to hold with the
Yeah.
like Brig, and
With
then
the
me and
Stigma and the
Kyle
Brig, and then the
go
Zen
behind.
and the
Yeah.
Widow can honestly hold together. Because there isn't really anywhere where the Widow has to be, or where there's, yeah, there isn't really anywhere where the Widow has to be where the Zen can't be. I don't think there's a whole lot of reason for the Zen to be with the Sigma in this case.
I mean, unless the Widow's like on top of these like
I mean,
water
if the
type
Widow's up
things.
there, sure, right? But like, I was thinking it'd be like once they push the cart to like here, or like here at least, it'd be really strong for the Widow to be up here. Just like look at this sight line. This is sick. This is a sick. Like this is a sick sight line.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason. Jason, what do you think? You're the resident Widow player here. Like this, you think this sight line here is a good sight line?
He probably said yes.
Like, would you like to play that, or like, what do you think is the best sight line to play? Like, obviously, probably up here initially, right? Because this is just a power spot to hold. But like, actually, this is also like a really good spot.
Yeah, like right here.
Yeah, this is also just a
And
really
then
good
this cover
spot to
right here
play.
is good too.
Yeah, this is just a power spot right here. Honestly, it may just be sick.
Honestly, me and Kyle could be hiding in here.
Yeah, like this is honestly also a really good point. Like you guys
Yeah. We could be
you can
over
initiate
here.
from you can initiate from these stairs, you can initiate from up here, you can like contest this right lane. I mean honestly this right lane is probably gonna be the most open no matter what we do. Just
Yeah.
because actually you can play from over here to contest the right lane.
Oh yeah, me and Kyle could be in here, and then we
I
just.
always forget what this is.
This is literally like the same as first point, where like it has that thing where you go behind, that building.
Yeah.
Like me and Kyle could be in here, and then they're pushing up. We just go on them.
Honestly, I think it would be better if Kyle stays up here, and then you stay in there. Because if Kyle is in here with you,
Yeah,
sure,
it's
right,
hard to
it's
burn right
whatever.
out.
But like, I think it's better for you to initiate like in from different directions, right? Because you can take the brunt of the damage because you engage first and you have more HP and stuff. But then also because it kind of like creates an artificial crossfire, right? Or a kind of crossfire where they're looking in both directions. And then also it's easier for Kyle to get out, right? It's less likely for them to find him here, right? Because then they have to walk all the way in and then up the stairs. Or it'll be just somebody random who can get up here, comes through here for whatever reason. And at that point, it's either they've all TP'd up here, right? Or it's just like a Widow came up here for a sightline, or like Genji came up here to scout, or something like that. And then Kyle can get away. But if Kyle's over here and they just decide that they want to walk through here, he's just dead.
Yeah.
Right? But I think honestly the most important thing to figure out is where we play our Sigma.
I think like.
Because like if we play, I think it's probably
Right
best to play the
spot.
Sigma like up here. Like, because you can contest this lane here. You have high ground. You can shoot through here, right? You can see this sight line, and then you can also come over here, and then you
Honestly,
have
the Zen being right
you
here.
have this as cover, and then you have this around here as cover. I think what's most important is just where you can play around.
Actually,
honestly,
the Zen could stand right here.
Yeah, I think
and,
it's better if the Zen plays
over
back
here.
here. Okay, well, if I was Zen, I would have been playing back here, right? Right? Because no, yeah, I'm being dead serious, right? This is fine because you have this cover, but if you get dove, then you're just dead here. If you're playing back here, not only do they have to go further, but you can kite around the wall, you can jump off, you can go back up, and then you could go down here into old spawn. You can play around here, right? You can just do a lot more to kite whenever you're around a corner. That's just like general support knowledge, but like it's still good to know. So like, I mean, it's not as applicable whenever Doom goes in. Well, even Doom, like if you slam in, then like if I see you setting up for a slam over here, I can go around the corner. Right? And then you don't get the initial slam damage, right? Corners are really good on support. I mean, they're good in general, but they're really good on support.
Yeah. And then Ray can just play with the Sigma right here as a Sigma pocket.
But like, there's nothing that you get extra from the Zen over here. It's just that there's hard to find a good spot for Zen on the other point, right? But like, probably the Sigma Brig over here, the Zen, I would say back here. The Widow we can have either up here, right, or back here. We can switch up the angles just because it's good to play them from multiple angles. This is actually such a strong angle though. Like this is a really good point for Widow. Like up here is so good, and then up here is also just sick. Like because you can see all the way down here. Like you can see all the way out here. It's just so good. And then you also have a lot of cover too. Like they have to be in very specific places to shoot you.
Why are you still using my crosshair?
It's because it's
So
good.
Jason? Okay, so now that you're here, what do you think? Like, you'd probably play up here most of the time, right?
I don't play Widow on this point, not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, it's like that's what we're trying to figure out, right? Because we're gonna play the Widow on this map, right? And I think it'll be a lot better if you like because there are some really good Widow spots on this point. It's like the two spots are up here, right, where Anthony is playing from, and
Also,
then
over
back in
here.
the back corner. Because Widow is a lot easier to play if you know where to play from,
Not really.
and then back in that like in up there.
Wait, Anthony,
Yeah.
behind you. I like that staircase right there.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good spot right here.
Don't we have church anyway?
Okay.
So I have to take her. We're gonna leave at 9:30. So Dad will bring you and Pierce around like 11:15 to Carol or probably Irving, and we'll have lunch.
Okay. All right. Yeah. But like, you were listening to like, we're gonna try to play the split comp more on this map, or we're gonna play it until we get it good, until we like it, right? Jason.
Yeah.
Here, I'll share my screen so you can see the like what I'm talking. Share your screen.
Yeah, this spot is good too.
Okay, up here. So you know how we play the split comp, right? Because you've been playing the Tracer. But we're gonna have Kyle play the Tracer because Kyle plays a team Tracer more, and then you're also good at Widow. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have the Widow and the Tracer, and then we're gonna have just the normal split comp with the Ball and the Sigma, and then the Zen and Brig. So you know how like Brig, Zen, Sigma play here, right? Zen's back here, and then the Brig and the Sigma are over here, right? You understand that, right? And then we have the Ball and the Tracer, like, kind of chilling around here, or, like, contesting this lane, whatever, right? And then we have a Widow up here watching this sight line, bro. Anthony, your speed's screwing me up. Watching the sight line, right? And the reason that's good is because we have a bunker right here, right? With a Brig and a Sigma. That is a Brig stun and a Sigma stun and a Brig boop. Like that is so strong, and I think you understand that playing a Tracer, right? Jason? Dude, it's so strong. Dude, you have to break through a Brig stun and a Sigma stun. Like, it's crazy. So that's already hard to push into, right? But you can just walk at the Sigma, and if you get through his shields, he's pretty thin, right? So once you burn through the stuns, it's whatever, right? But then you also have the Ball and the Tracer. So they're like, all right, guys, we're gonna go and we're gonna bust through this bunker, right? 3, 2, 1, walk forward, right? And then the Ball and the Tracer come in and displace and like go from behind, right? So now they have to focus in front of them, breaking the bunker, and behind them, dealing with the Ball and the Tracer that have just like hit them from the back or started jumping on the supports, whatever, right? So now they have two things to deal with, right? Coming from like here, right, and then also here. But that's not all because they're like crap, we got to deal with this dive and we have to deal with the bunker. But then while they're looking this way to go at the bunker or like turned that direction to look at the dive, you're just here like nobody's looking at you. All you have to do is click on people. That's it. You don't have to worry about any shields. You don't have to worry about anything diving you probably. You literally just have to worry about clicking on people's heads. And I have faith in you to do that. Right?
Oh god.
I mean, and if you're not, we have a Sigma Brig bunker and a Ball Tracer dive, so you don't even have to worry about hitting shots. You're just there as like hey, maybe something will happen, right? It's just something else that they have to worry about at the very least.
Okay.
And that's why that works here, right? Because a lot of Widow is just about playing the right spots. Because I know your aim is good. You can hit shots. I've seen you do it. You just have to know where to stand, right? So all you have to do is just stand up there. On second point, we're gonna it's better to stay on the same comp, but then it's also strong on the second point, right? Because the ball and the tracer, this is like really good for ball and tracer. They can contest a bunch of areas, right? They can play up here, they can play around these stairs, they can play over here, like out here, right around this corner or whatever. They can play underneath there and contest over in the area. Like they can do whatever, right? We're gonna have the Sigma and the Brig play here, and then we're gonna have our Zen playing back here, right? All that leaves is the Widow, right? Because whenever you're playing Widow here, you don't have to worry about your team. All you have to do is just pick a spot and play it, right? So you can either play this spot, which is really good if they have the cart up to like here or here, right? Generally speaking, they're going to be focused on how do we get the Sigma off the high ground, right? How do we break that bunker, right? So then they have the ball and the tracer still to worry about because they're doing whatever, off doing their own thing, right? Then the Sigma and the Brig bunker up here with the Zen escorting things for the dive, right? And they're over here. Like they're just like worrying about this here, right? And let's say that they decide to get real like slick and try to get an angle on the Zen. You're over here and you can just shoot all the way over here, right? Or you could play up here, and just get like a power angle on like the entrances to the point. Like this, because you have this cover here, and they can't really do a whole lot to you up here at all, right? Or you can play from over here. It's just like you don't really have to worry about a lot. And then third point, this is like one of the best Widow points in the entire game, and you know why.
That spot right here.
Literally,
So
you can just sit up here and just destroy people. Like all you have to do is click on heads, and there's nothing they can do about it unless they have a head clicker of their own. Right? Why, Kyle?
Wait, you said Kyle plays a team tracer?
Yeah, he does.
That's surprising.
No, he dives with me.
It's because his mechanics aren't good enough to like go in one clip to Zen every fight, so he gets
Bro.
value by going in with Anthony.
Exactly. Bro, you should have seen me trying to kill that on her. I used 5 clips and she got half HP.
Dude, Honest hitbox is whack. I understand. Dude, Honest hitbox is actually
she
so
didn't
whack.
She didn't even know where I was.
Yeah, I know.
She
They're
missed
always
every single
clueless.
sleep, bro.
They're always clueless, but it's so hard to hit her.
I lied.
Unplayable.
Yeah, so we're just going over map strategy right now.
Yeah, I recorded most of it, so if the things you miss, you can just watch it.
I want to watch Numbani dive. I want to see our dive on Numbani.
Oh, I think the next map we should do is Numbani. Because our Numbani sucks, but like the only reason we're doing this one is because we already have first point fleshed out.
Yeah, we have to
We
know how
should
to
ju-
do second and third point.
So
I
we
think
can just
second
play
point
this
we're
map.
We're not
with
bad at
everything.
either. Like,
No, but like,
well, probably because we
I
played
think
second
it's-
point
I think
more
it's-
than third point. But we
Yeah.
played first point the most.
yeah, it's important to flesh it out though and understand what's going on. Okay, so Kyle, so you're gonna play the tracer on this map, right?
Which map?
This map, Havana. You can click on the screen share so you can see what we're doing.
Yeah,
Oh,
watch Sam's screen share, not mine.
Sombra? Okay.
Well, it's just so I can run around, like teleport and stuff. So first point, you know how the split comps works, right?
No.
Okay, so like how we have the Sigma and the Brig and the Zen play here.
Yeah, and then 3 of us go up top.
So, well, actually, we just have like the ball and the tracer doing whatever, right? And whenever they engage on this here, then
Yeah,
you
you
just
know,
dive
Kyle,
and
like the
come back,
ball,
right?
ball and tracer go
Yeah, I
behind them
know.
and stuff. Yeah.
Right, and then so the amendment we've made, instead of Jason playing Sombra or you playing Sombra, we have Jason on Widow sitting right here, right? Because they're going to be worried about getting this bunker so that they can push the cart around, but then they're also worried about the dive coming in whenever they engage on the bunker. But then there's also just a Widow watching the sightlines, so there's nothing that they can do without dealing with the Widow. And if they deal with the Widow, then the bunker is still here. And then they also have to worry about the dive, right? So it's just they have a lot of things that they need to deal with before they can push the card, right? But if they get through that, odds are they just push through the whole point, right? Because there isn't a good way to recontest with that, right? But on second point, what we have to do is just we have to set up, right? So what we've decided is we're going to play the Brig and the Sigma here, right? Because then they can like they start the fight up here, right? And then they can have like Brig watching here, whatever, and Sigma right here. And if they're pushing this way, we know the Sigma just rotates back a little bit, and the ball and the Tracer can rotate around the back here, right? And then we're gonna have the Zen playing back here, right? So no matter what happens, like you can kind of shoot over here, and then you can help your Sigma, you can Discord things, right? But you're like safer than if you're up here with the Bring Sigma, right? And then we're gonna have Jason on Widow, either up here, or because you know you've played Widow before. This is such a good spot, right, Kyle? Like up on these
Yeah.
silos. Like, because I know whenever you play Widow and comp with us, you just play on these silos and just roll people.
Yeah, because people roll me with it.
Well, no. Yeah, because people roll you and you're like, wait, this is so good. Or back here. This is a sleeper spot though. Like you can just sit here and like kill anything that peeks you because nobody's looking for a Widow back there. I mean, they might be, but like it's so far away that there's nothing they can really do about it. They just can't peek the sideline. So that's what we've come up with for second point, pretty much.
Yeah, we have to go over third point.
I mean, actually, well, I mean, it is kind of hard if they want to push up here, and then like just walk this way, because there's
Yeah, but
not a whole lot we can do to
But tell
deal with
me
it.
one time you've seen someone do that.
Well, if they
I
play,
guess
like,
that is a
rush
good
or
point. It's
something.
just harder because it's so open over here. Like they have to have a Reinhardt and they have to hold shield all the way over here.
Yeah, we could literally get so much
or-
damage on them.
Or they
Yeah,
might
at that
go,
point,
like,
I think we
Oh,
just
yeah.
rotate our Sigma
they
over
might
to
go
here.
underneath. Look,
Oh yeah,
go
Kyle,
on the
we
right
want
side.
you to on Tracer. You're gonna be playing.
Yeah,
up
that's
here.
why we have the ball. The ball and the Tracer can play here. Honestly, I think what we do if they decide that they want to hard push the left side of the point is we rotate the Sigma and the Brig from right here back to over here with the Zen. So you can play here or here. Yeah?
Yo.
Because then we still have the high ground, but the Sigma can still reach all the way over here. They're with the Zen, so that's even more powerful, right? And then you can peek here, right, from this angle, or over here.
What was Anto saying?
Oh yeah.
And, no?
So, if they're pushing like down here, or if they're pushing up here,
Yes.
on Tracer, you should be over here, right, where I am right now, and
Mhm.
then I will be over here in here, and then when I engage, I'm gonna engage from here. I'm gonna pile drive, and then you're gonna blink across from here and engage too. Just because it's better to have people from multiple different angles. So I'll come from here, you'll come from there, and then line will be right over here, shooting at them from here, and then our Widow will probably be like up there, and then our Brig here and our Zen over here.
If they're further up in the point, we probably play the Widow up here. Just because the Widow can help, right? So the Tracer's up here, the ball's over here, or whatever, and then they engage, and then they're not looking at the Widow anymore on the engage, right? And the Widow can just, like, peek, and then has all this sight line. So hitting shots or not, you're a threat. That's what's important to understand, Jason. You don't have to be hitting shots all the time. You just have to be there.
Baby.
They know you're there, they won't be able to peek you, or there'll be a constant fear of you headshotting someone. Alright, so I think that's pretty good for second point, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, so now we can go to third point. And this one I can honestly see us getting 2 fights. Like, if we have an early fight here and we lose, I can see 2 fights happening.
Yeah.
I think what needs to happen if we do have 2 fights, though, is we have our ball go this way initially, and then everyone else come up the top this way, or like ball and Tracer go this way, right? And then everyone else comes up the top this way. Because then we have from high ground. Like, it's better to push through here. But if they all come up here and just watch this door, like I like to do whenever we get a clean fight in first point, or like early on this point, then we still have the ball coming this way, and they can't really just hold you there. They have to worry about the ball in point. Alright, so I think that's good for second point. We can just rewatch that and like go over it again. Or actually, I think whenever we finish going over this map, we should like just I think we should have honestly let's make like a Google Doc. Holy crap, I didn't know I could do that. I don't know how useful that is. Like Kyle.
Huh?
See this?
You're not good. I can do that in Genji. I can just walk on that or double jump that.
Alright. Honestly, let's have a let's make a Google Doc where we just go like we have like links to for each map. We just have the map, right? video where we're going over the map, and then like at the end of it, we should just have like like a summary, and then like or like a TLDR bit where we just like link it to the end of the video where we just go over what we're gonna play for each spot. We can look over that before we do each scrim or whatever. So we always just have something to reference back to. Yeah, and we can start that now. So just like map strategy Havana, and then we can put a link to the video, and then like timestamps for each part. And then we can also have our VOD reviews and stuff, so we can just like have a place to put everything. It's easy for everyone to access.
But honestly, make like a Google Slides thing.
We only have 5 minutes left on the on the skirmish.
Oh, well, we better be fast. Okay, how should we be playing this point?
I had to
A
do that real quick.
widow.
Yeah, well, widow. We're gonna have the widow anyway, right?
Yeah,
So-
Double shield.
Well, no, we're gonna try to keep the whole like the same comp through the entire point.
Half the team plays on the high ground, the other half plays on the bridge.
Honestly, this map. Do you wanna try to like hold close? Actually,
I think that
Nah.
I can. You know this little castle right here?
yeah.
I think me and Kyle could probably like take advantage of this and go in their backline using.
Honestly, you know what? Like, do you want to have Sigma Brig play from like in Sigma Brig Zen play from in here?
Honestly, yeah, that would work. And
Like
then
we,
yeah,
we,
and then
we
could
just break
center-
all this railing here, right? Get all this crap out of the way, and then if we have the Sigma and the Sigma Brig and the Zen in here, I think that this could be pretty powerful. Like Zen going like, honestly, yeah, because you have the mini here, right? In addition to like Brig and the Zen healing, right? But like, this also cuts off access for if they want to use this here for anything. Actually, well, they wouldn't really, but like, they can't really go this way as a flank route or anything. And then it has good sight lines of like this here, right? And then you can go in and do your engages and stuff. Right? And then I guess we can just play the Widow from this over here just to get a crossfire.
Yeah.
Right, so the Widow can be here, right? And then we have the Sigma, Zen, and the Brig over there. And then we have just the ball and the
Gucci.
Tracer playing from over here and over here.
And then
And then-
they will push into here, try to get the Sigma. The ball and the Tracer can go behind them, and then the Sigma, the Brig, and the Zen will be able to hold them
Yeah.
over here.
And it's really hard for them to get everyone in here. So if they're fighting at this door, they're all looking this way, and then the Widow has a direct sight line onto their front line, back line, everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think with that we can easily get a second fight. And for this, I think it's pretty simple. As like we could just get, like Sigma here probably. Either like we can do a lot here. Honestly, we can play our Sigma on high ground here. But I think it's probably better to play the ball and the Tracer from high grounds, just so that we have something to contest the point. I don't really even know. Like, maybe like Sigma could play from here, but we could also play the Sigma from in here.
Yeah.
This might actually be a power move, playing the Sigma inside here, the
Yeah, 'cause
Sigma and the Brig in
These
here.
two angles here.
Yeah, because you can kind of get this off angle, and then you have here.
Yeah, this is a really good angle for the cart.
Or
This right here.
even here, this could be a good like a good bit here, just because this is a better angle than anything that could get you here. I think this should just be situational, honestly. Like this is definitely like, come here, Anthony. Look at this. Look at this. This is definitely a better angle than this.
Yeah.
But this is like also more useful, I would say. Just
Yeah, I guess
I don't
it
know,
just
it's more
depends how
risky to
far-
play over
far
here.
up
This
you
is more of a gambit, honestly, here.
Because
Yeah.
if they're closer,
Hey, do
you
mind
get
letting
more. You
Honey
can get
out
more
of the
value.
washroom later, like whenever, sometime tonight?
Yeah.
So she's not locked up all night. She's up, went outside, but I got people locked up in there.
Because this
Yeah.
is better if they're further away. Because you have a really good sight line over here. for
Yeah.
the Sigma and the Zen.
Do what?
But if they're closer up, this is a pretty good spot right here.
Okay.
Just because Sigma can contest cart, Brig can
Yeah, the Sigma, the
activate
Ball, the
Inspire.
Tracer, Brig, anyone can really contest card. So I
Yeah.
think we just situationally choose. We do here or here. I think honestly, if the card's here, then we play it here, right? But if the card is a little bit further back, then we play it here. And then for the Widow can be anywhere really. We can.
Oh, we ran out of time. Well,
Honestly, you know what? Widow can be up here. The Widow. Honestly, this is just up to Jason's discretion. I'll let him decide. Widow has a lot of good spots in this spot.
yeah, and then if they're
So-
more pushed up, Widow can just play from like back
Yeah,
here.
like, and then
over
also,
here.
literally from the spawn door, like inside spawn, if this was opened, is a good spot. Like I'm not even kidding. Widow is just so good on this map. Like both sides are so good. I mean, I would probably say that this side is better in terms of sight lines alone.
Yeah,
But
but
because of this bit here, say that this is definitely a better sight line. But like you can rotate. There's just a lot you can do, and I'm sure Jason is a smart, bright enough individual to pick what he wants.
No, you're
Yeah.
not. Shakari Richardson. Jason, do you know who that is?
What?
Who Shakari Richardson is?
Oh, the best. I'm sorry.
but yeah, we basically understand this map.
Well, we have a game plan. Doesn't mean we understand it.
Yeah. In the actual practice, then
Oh, that
we'll
was
just
nice.
apply what we did.
We can try to do that. We can try to apply this now.
How so?
Huh?
Like apply it now?
Oh no. Like I mean, next time. next
Oh,
time.
yeah,
Next
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Next time. Like from now on, I guess. Get better terminology.
Okay. Well then the Havana video is over.
Well, I think we should
Anything
like
else?
do a TLDR bit, so you can stop the recording, and this can be like the long version. And
Yeah.
then we can start a new recording and just like have timestamps for each, like where we go over the specific positions we're gonna play. So we're gonna have four spots, I guess, and then because there's no shot we get like two fights or like two lost fights on this point, right? Or like not really a realistic like two setups, like two setups. If we do, we can go over it later, just because I don't think it's super important. Yeah,
Yeah.
more important to have the initial setup.
Alright.